Oh, we're gonna spend some time on that skill tree today. Maybe for the last time. What's the level select looking like? Oh, lost dimension. Ah, for the sake of the world, Sealed has erased dear allies. This last battle will decide everything. I think that's it. That's the last mission. Okay, vision just flickered at me. Why is it doing that? There's no... Oh, it's because I got a VP. Nah, I got 5 VP that I did not spend on anything because the game won't let you. It's weird. $73,000. Part of me is tempted to see if I could upgrade Sho's weapon to max rank just because... Is it worth it getting Sahiro's next weapon? Is it really worth getting Sahiro's next weapon when he's probably going to be healing constantly during the final battle? Or should I get something like Lapless? But in order to get that, I'd have to, like, sell his current weapon, I think? Which would only give me 5k? Are you serious? Oh no, he'd give me 20k. That's his old weapon. No, that's... Oh, it's her current weapon. Let's see, that would give me 20k, 21k. That'd take me to 94,000. I think I'm gonna upgrade his weapon instead of getting Sahiro's. So I have a margin of error for 10k. If I get a really crappy weapon for him to hold... Oh yeah, only 300? Great. I just need him to hold the shitty weapon while I sell his current weapon so I can buy the better weapon. I think upgrading Sahiro's Sho's weapon is better than giving Sahiro a good one. He's just appallingly weak now. And on the... Wait, you're still using the Silver Barret. So this would be upgrading for you, because you haven't had the upgrade yet. Damn. I want to go all in though, it's exciting. I'm gonna go for it anyway. But I should just... Yeah, I forgot how many people... I estimated more people had upgraded their weapons than actually had, I think. Let's see. Pistoia. I should have not bought the Pistoia. I should have probably finished the entire chapter up to the final mission without buying upgrades, and then seen what I could afford then. Because I'm wasting money by buying him the upgrade one, then the more upgraded one in the same act. Lapless. Laplace. I don't know. How do you tell how to pronounce anything? Well, that'll be horrifyingly powerful. So to compare it to... Well, the Silver Barret's from the previous chapter. I can't really compare it anymore. But it's an endgame weapon for my most powerful character. Can't wait to see... hopefully he'll trigger, like, precognition or whatever it's called. Or premonition? Don't remember if it's precog or premonition. But, hopefully he'll just trigger a bunch of bonus attacks with his new upgraded weapon. And just waste everything. Let's see, I still have 10k. I can still generate, like, a cool gadget or something. Reflector pin. Unit that awards against non-physical attacks. Final rank. Shock absorber. It's for melee attacks. Noise. That's an ailment one. Then just barrier, which gives you heightened vit. 350. God damn. You know what? If I'm gonna give him the best weapon, let's give him the best armor. And just make him somebody that's really hard to kill. That's so much vit. If you grind in this game, your characters become absurdly powerful. Because you can afford all these items. Look at that. I'm giving... He has 521 vitality. I'm giving him 290. That's not even counting the fact that he already had this thing on. Oh, I can't take it out. I have to replace it with something. So I already had a rank 3, and this is 290 more vit than that one, up to 811, making him have the most vit by a significant margin. Yeah, these two characters are spamming actual upgrade levels into leveling up their vit, and they're only in the mid 500s to high 500s. He just jumped straight to the end. He had a barrier tech 3. I think everyone else already has that. Yeah, so we can sell his. But with 1600, I'm not going to be able to afford anything. Not really. Ah, they ran out of things to say. Let's level up for maybe the last time. How did I hit B? I really A+ coordination right now. Impressing myself. Only 2 more points. I guess I'm getting Oblivion. Because I can't get Deja Vu. I can't get Oblivion either. No. All I can do is upgrade Enlightenment more. Screw it. Raise your Dex and Agility. Just give him stat bonuses at this point if I can't afford what I want. Magnet Field. Make him A+ at Magnet Skills. You got your final rank of Strength and Vit. At this point I should just upgrade some individual skills power. I could have gotten Earth Crash if I got Barrage rank 3 just now. Higher chance of getting back up when you go down. Now let's just upgrade Barrage. I use it constantly, so let's just make it even more powerful. 150 power. Raises target move. She already maxed out her move. G-Force skills. These are called zero gravity skills. She has a passive for making her G-Force skills powerful and a passive for making her Gravitron spells powerful, but she doesn't have a passive for making her zero gravity spells more powerful. Unless that's this one. Nope. Well, her favorite skill is Silent Slash, which is a G-Force skill, so raising your G-Force power makes some sense. Let's make Silent Slash more powerful. Let's see, you've already upgraded Efficiency. Injection. Versus Revive. Let's make Revive cheap. Because end of game JRPG boss fights tend to just nuke your party members. Increases effectiveness of inspiration and demotivation. Sympathy increases crit rate and damage on assists. Let's do the sanity cost one. Then false memories, potential charm. Maybe charm an enemy to fight against the boss. That gave her rewrite, which lowers all of your target stats. You can cast it on an enemy. If I can lower all the stats of the boss, that'd be great. That'd be a fantastic thing to have. Okay. Everyone, so equipment has been upgraded to the extent of what I can afford with my money. Points have been spent, conversations have been dealt with. There's no vision stuff going on this floor. Time to go. Lost Dimension. For the sake of the world, Sealed has erased dear allies. This last battle will decide everything. Enemy information unknown. Yep. Nothing. All we have is our party. I'm assuming that the objective is defeat the end. Yes, defeat the end, don't let everyone die. Interestingly, it's listed as difficulty 7. I've already done 2 difficulty 8 missions. And the ending is apparently easier than that. Weird. So Hero should be in the back, Nagi should always be in the back, just for movement range purposes. Let's do Yoko and Sho in the front middle for assist purposes, then Mana and Toya on both sides for tank purposes, and they can manipulate to the front of the group against any enemies that spawn, because apparently we don't know where they're going to be. So we'll see how that goes.
So you finally arrived. Are you enjoying the upper stratum? The end. This is where it all ends. You've made some poor choices, I'm afraid, and you'll now pay for those mistakes with your life. What? I warned you, did I not? Back in the beginning, I warned you. There are traitors among you.
I won't ask for your forgiveness, nor will I mind if you hold only contempt for me.
No, it's my favorite character. God damn it.
Throw whatever resentment my way, but even so, I will defeat you.
What's the meaning of this? Why? There's only one reason, and you should know it very well. Everyone here is fighting for one purpose: to save the world. And it is for that singular purpose that they have killed and fought, and it's also why they betray you now.
I was betrayed to save the world?
Son of a bitch.
Let's go.
Nagi, I gave you a powerful weapon and everything. Oh my god, her evasion is so high. That's not good. Does she have better stats? She has 5,000 hit points and she's level 35. Of course she would get a stat boost. Well, now we know who the traitor is. We knew the moment Zenji died that there was a traitor in the party still. And hey, now we finally get our question answered as to what the fuck the traitors do in this game. Because we've been like, what makes them traitors? They're not doing anything. Now we know. But whatever number of traitors make it to the final boss fight apparently turn on you. Which both means that you have to deal with the fact that, not only are they an enemy, but they're a reduced number of allies, because they apparently you always kill 5 people, which means you only have 6 characters left at the end, which means no matter what the traitor is in your final party and is being removed from it as a result. Son of a bitch. I just upgraded your backstab ability. I was all excited to use it and everything.
Let's go. Here I go.
Let's begin.
Let's open with attacks that don't trigger counterattacks. 56%. That's a problem. Fires a shot that cannot miss, but it'll be countered. But I either go with things that can't miss, or I have to deal with an exceptionally low chance of hitting. Jesus. Oh, you know what? This can't miss, can it? It can miss. Even the AoE attack can miss. 68% is like the best I'm gonna get, isn't it?
Take this.
Not Blonde Jean Grey. She was the best character.
Let's go.
Entering attack range, but then deferring.
Roger that.
Trying to lower agility and move to make her more hittable. Still triggers counters.
Take this.
Ooh, a crit.
Let's go.
Okay, time to start doing attacks that get countered. Using my harder to kill characters, hopefully. Let's see here. This is a shot that can't miss.
How's this?
You're off target.
Oh, but all of the assists can still miss.
Let's go.
That's a problem. All the assists can still miss. Attack that cannot miss.
Please.
Come on, somebody hit him.
How's this?
There we go.
Is this it?
Why? After everything we've been through together, why did you betray us? No. We don't have much time left. I cannot afford to hesitate now. The end should be just up ahead. I'll make him pay for this.
At last, we've come to this moment.
Is that the real you, the end?
Are you blind? Do you not trust your own eyes?
No, I can tell. This hostility, the hatred I feel, everything prior pales in comparison. We finally meet, face to face.
First, I wish to know how you enjoyed the trip up here.
I was about to make fun of Sho's dialogue about being like, oh, I can just feel the hostility, and then I had to remind myself that he's psychic and he actually can feel the hostility. It's not just the usual anime trope that's so silly and everything. We're like, I can feel your intensity. He actually is psychic, so that's the whole point.
And I'd like to know how it feels to select your comrades, watch them dwindle in number, and continue on all the same. No clever words, huh? No matter. Your eyes tell me everything. They are filled with rage, practically twitching with hatred. Oh, it's just what I was hoping to see. But your anger is meaningless. A cheap plaything compared to what the rest have endured. Their fates chosen for them by others. Your misfortune, measured against theirs, is meaningless. For you are still standing. You are still alive.
I don't deny that. I am alive. Though I bear a heavy sin, I'm still breathing. When I think of those who died, perhaps I am fortunate to be alive.
That's correct. You've been far too blessed. So much easier when you're the one choosing, huh? You are the key one behind making the choices because, in your own right, you're the chosen one.
What are you getting at?
It's part of who you are, your very existence. From the beginning, you were chosen.
Chosen? Me?
That's exactly why I can never forgive you. I will always hate you because you were the chosen one from the start, destined to live, and not me. That's why I planned this entire encounter around making you suffer.
What?
This is all your fault, Sho. I don't care about destroying the world. The fate of mankind isn't why I'm here. I only wanted one single thing. To watch you suffer. You chose who lives and who dies, and you changed people's fates. I wanted to make you feel the weight of those choices, and that's exactly why I arranged all this.
What are you spouting? To make me suffer? You're telling me you started this whole ordeal just for that?
Oh god damn it, is that what the story is? They said that all the people I'm fighting are people who never got to exist. They're like potential existences that never existed. Is the end just the version of Sho that didn't get to live because Sho was born instead, and that's what he's taking revenge for, and Sho didn't do anything wrong, and Sho has no dark history, and oh, that's kind of a boring reveal. That's because then Sho still gets to be purely innocent protagonist man that's just doing everything right, which even though somebody's on a revenge mission against him, but it's not revenge for something he actually did. It's revenge for existing, which is like, oh come on.
Just for that? How can you ask that? I will never forgive you. You've been handed everything. You were guaranteed life itself. How could you possibly understand the despair of being sentenced to death? But don't worry. I'll make you understand.
This is where I feel like the story is falling apart, and that's not to say that it really made much sense to begin with, but like, if these people are mad they never got to live, but like, what? But they're conscious, and they developed, and this guy's intelligent, seemingly. So he is alive. Like he's alive. It's just different, but he's clearly alive. So how can he be so mad that he didn't get to exist? Because he exists. Like, it's the whole premise is that is about things not existing and being like, why don't I get to exist while I exist? And I'm existing right now, but I'm talking about how I don't exist. I'm like, what? What? It's like a self-defeating premise.
Whatever it takes. So this is what it took. You sacrificed the lives of so many people just to exact your personal revenge? Is that what this is? In that case, I will never forgive you. However much you hate me, I have my reasons for having to defeat you.
I don't care about your reasons. To hell with them. All I care is that you suffer thoroughly. If I have to destroy the world to do that, so be it.
All about revenge, huh? I understand it as a motive, but it doesn't make things all right.
A plot for revenge that involves the whole world. The scale is a bit much. I'll be sure to deliver all the anger that was caused by this right back in your face.
A thirst for vengeance so strong it draws in the entire world. I'm curious where this stems from, but I doubt you'll oblige me.
Nothing good can ever come out of being consumed by revenge. That said, I have no sympathy for you. You've caused the death of too many.
This is our final battle. Let's do this, everyone.
It's morphin' time! Oh, that's not. That's not where we're going with that. Are we still hurt? Oof. We're still drained from before, which includes our sanity meters. Oh, he's got question mark health. Thanks. Thanks for that. For just having unknown amounts. Wait, are we doing this song still? Weird, they didn't do different music for the final fight. Still the same silly dubstep. I think it's dubstep. Wait, wait, what? What the hell? LB and RB don't work. I can't change characters. The hell? I'm only controlling mana? Everybody else is not in my party right now. Do they all get their own individual turns in a specific order? Do I no longer have the ability to defer? Is that what's going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm a little confused. Barrage? Oh my god, how many hit points does he have? Whoa. Wow, she... Very long range attacks. He did the blood flick. Ah, shit.
Turn to dust.
Does he get to attack between every single character's turn? And I don't even get to choose who gets their... Oh, no. I think he gets an action for every time that one of my...
I'm a little tired.
What?
This looks bad.
Here I go.
This isn't good.
What is happening? Oh. I think Mana was... Yeah, looking at the lineup of the 4 people we have right here, all 4 of these people you did a turn against Nagi. That's what was going on. Mana's the only person who still had a turn. This is the same fight as the last fight we just did. It all the way down to the turn order being maintained, apparently. Weird. That's legit weird that they did that. Okay.
Tired.
This isn't good.
This isn't good. Can I get 40? I kind of want to make you go crazy. So we're kind of in a bad spot right now. Let's see. Chance to inflict stun on all enemies on the map. That'd be nice. Lower agility and move for 3 turns. Not feeling great about my options. He can't counter it, and it might work.
How's that? Beautiful. On my way.
Totally wasted. Kind of thought so.
This looks bad.
I'm a little tired. Here I go.
There we go.
Let's see to those wounds.
Cheers, mate.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
I'm in attack range, but I want to defer if I can. I have to be like right up in there for some reason. I just want the end to be the more proper target if I can. But this might go super poorly. Command wave, chance to charm target by reading their mind. Range 4. Let's not put too much stock in the idea of charming the end. Let's just stand as far away as possible and hope that he has to spend his entire turn running up to the end and then attack.
Too slow.
Really a miss. Please attack the end. Come on. Yes. That wasn't very damaging,
Are you all right?
honestly, but okay.
Are you okay?
But you can do barrage. Do it as a back attack.
This. Futile. Are you all right?
And then I continue said trend. That's right, all the way down to the last mission I'm relying on Berserk as much as I can. So that'll put you in Berserk stance, but also be in attack range for the assist. Good.
This is my chance.
I'm bloody knackered.
This. Too slow.
Come on. You have one job, which is to not miss those attacks. And she's missing like crazy. Come on. No. No. Damn it. You had one job, which is not to do that. No. Oh. It's so consistent like 80% of the time. And then that happens. Uh-oh.
Turn to dust. Scatter.
I may have blown it. Ah, double downs. Yes. Oh, that's the best you could do? Shit.
I doubt you have any recollection, but you and I were actually raised in the same facility. In order to save their doomed world, the researchers there proposed a plan to implant the fate materia into human specimens. They determined that the stone's supernatural powers could only be harnessed through live implantation. And so the 12 of us were selected to be their test subjects. Myself and all of the sealed members. Those gifts you have are byproducts of receiving the fate materia. And by sheer luck, one of those byproducts made one of us most suitable to sort out our numbers. And that person was you, Sho. But of course, you don't remember us all being raised together. After all, once the world was replicated and the two were split apart, they wiped all of our memories. They created this tower for the Other Earth project. Thanks to the core materia, they were able to take the inconsistency point between the two worlds and give it physical form. That's what the pillar is. The judgment that you're so familiar with by now was also instrumental in the creation of the new world. It was a method of sending a child with materia to the other world. Do you see now the gravity of your sins, Sho? In your innocence, you made the final decision. Who should live and who should die? Don't you grasp the cruelty of it all?
I advise caution.
Wow, we're doing some wild lore dump in like the middle of the final boss fight of the final game. Okay, so now he's down to 10,000 hit points. So he has 20,000 overall, basically. Ish. Meanwhile, my party is like, I've got almost 2,000. I'm a badass. We're not in a good spot. One party member's permanently dead, 2 of them are down right around us, 1 of them's berserk. Did that on purpose, obviously, but still. Should we focus on heals or reses is the question. Let's get you up because you're hard to kill, kind of. I'm a little worried about how close I am to you guys. Am I out of range? Really? You know what? I kind of don't want to stand next to Mana right now, so maybe I'll resurrect her instead.
Is this sufficient?
Are you alright?
So Hero's not doing great on sanity now. Enlightenment almost makes him go crazy. Mystic Shot being successful seems like it'd be completely absurd in this situation, but it'd be great if it happened somehow. I probably want to do crit shot. But if I get that close, I'm asking for a counter, aren't I? Whereas Mystic Shot can be done from further away. He still counters. He counters at exceptional range. But I don't want to stand right next to Mana.
Descends now.
Yeah, no such luck. 0? Really? Wow. So with the current weapon, she straight up doesn't do damage.
Struggle, you dogs.
That's a neat attack. Wait. Oh no, they're all individuals. And they all do as much damage as him? Really? Jesus. So he made 3 clones of himself that all do as much damage as him. So I lose, right? I'm gonna lose right now, basically. What the hell? How do you beat that?
Am I in danger?
Yeah.
This isn't good.
More or less. You are pretty much in danger, yeah. Oh my god. He summoned 3 clones that each have 3,000 hit points. What the hell do you do about that? Fuck it. Restore all allies' health and GP. That'll heal her up a lot. But also, I'm gonna do it next to this dude. And hopefully I'll attack the boss.
Let's see to those wounds.
At this point, we have to commit to the whole going crazy thing. Because this is doomed. But he's just not that powerful. Yes, you're attacking the right guy. Please don't miss. That's acceptable. But yeah, even for him, an enraged crit is still like 1k, and he's got 7,000 left. I'm gonna have to redo this one. I haven't had to redo a scenario for a while, but it's happening. I can't even make you go crazy, can I? Unless I use Death's Mark. I'm about to be attacked by 4 enemies. I might have to just make her go crazy and hope it works out. Or attack her. Otherwise, I can attack once this turn, hope I survive a whole turn, and then try to, from there, hope I can... Yeah. I can do concussion on the boss. Let's see. Yeah. It's a ranged attack I can use on the boss. And then I can hope that they all focus on Sahiro for a turn. And then I can go crazy next turn, and that the additional damage might count, but honestly, I'm doomed.
Here I go.
This has gone exceptionally poorly. The fact that he can counter at any range with a melee attack is weird. I'm hoping they all attack Sahiro, or just sit there. One of them just skip their turn. Oh yeah, this is doomed. Oh god, they're assisting each other. Oh my god. Shit. Alright. Alright, an attempt has been made to beef my dudes up. That's the wrong menu again. Sorry, trying to adjust my microphone and then clicking on all the wrong things, not remembering how to play my own games. Here we go. So we got barrier tech, Omega on him, shock absorber on most other people. I just kind of figured shock absorber Omega is probably a good call. He seems to be using melee attacks because he's attacking us with a sword. And this thing gives you like a billion, it's like what, yeah, it's like a bonus of 35% damage resist. I assume that these resistances are percentages. I don't have any other way of judging it. So it's like a barrier tech, but it gives you 100 less vitality while giving you 35% extra melee resist. So most of my party is very resistant to melee. I already had purchased barrier tech Omega for Sho, so that money was already spent. He has his maxed out pistol. She has her maxed out pistol. I don't remember if I think I bought your maxed out weapon too. It's hard to tell because they don't have like rankings on them, so I don't really remember. So that's what's going on more or less. Some people have some strength boost plus or vitality boost plus. Nagi's not wearing much of anything because she's gonna betray me. I don't really care about like specifically giving her a weaker weapon because she seems to be she just turns into like a pre-made character when she fights me, I think. So I don't think it really matters what she's wearing. Oh wait, I should change what she's wearing for this stuff. Sense and dimension. Let's see. Let's give you sense. And we'll give you dimension. That's a reasonable thing. Yeah, she shouldn't have materia on her either. There we go. Save my updates. You might be wondering how I was able to generate this kind of money. It was actually very easy. It's actually very easy. I went to Spiral of Fate, which is the one where you just open that one gate and kill that dude, and I would just kill that boss over and over again. It only took a handful of times, really. What happened is Nagi would go in and open the gate and then use her instant death attack, and sometimes that would kill the boss right there in one hit, and then the level would just end in one attack on the first turn. If not that, then Sho would then come in to use Mystic attack, and that might one-shot them. And then after that, I would use Sohiro to use his one-shot kill attack. And if it still hasn't triggered a death effect, then finally, Toya would come in to do I would actually do the charm attack, which usually would just lead to so many assist attacks by that point that usually the boss was dead anyway. But a surprisingly large percentage of the attempts ended with the boss dying from instant death on the first or second hit, which means that that's a very fast way to very quickly get 60,000 experience and 30,000 energy. I'm not really psyched about the fact that my characters were leveling up, because I didn't really want to grind, but I wanted to equip them, because they were blatantly using like super low level equipment on their like defensive slots, while also not having very great weapon equipment either, and just in general, the money is surprisingly restrictive, but the way you get money is directly tied to how you get experience, because the only way to get money and experience generally is to do a mission in which you get predetermined allocations of money and experience, so the two are inextricably tied to each other. Which means that if you mismanage your money, you're going to be permanently behind the curve on your overall money, whereas your experience doesn't work that way because you're just leveling up, so it's actually really hard to equip your parties without over-leveling them in the process because of how tied they are to each other. It's weird. But anyway... why don't we all get this started, everybody? Again. Restarted. Continued, I guess.
So, you finally...
Whoa.
The end.
What am I doing? What?
This is where it all ends.
I don't... Oh. We're skipping now? Whoa. Oh. Okay. Well, naturally, we've seen the cutscene before, so I was trying to skip it. And I was like, why won't it skip? But it was still playing it out. But then it did skip when the real cutscene started later. Huh. Okay. That was weird. Anyway, chance of instant kill would be very nice for skipping this first turn. Nope.
Be careful.
Ooh. Nice.
Well then.
Excellent. Premonition procced and actually prevented the attack from happening. That's pretty great news. He has 1,700 hit points left. I might want to use a weaker character.
Let's go.
Well then.
Or maybe Toya. I should at least use an attack. There we go. Damn.
Good.
Is this it?
Is this it? Thank goodness for skipping when you can go back for a second time. Convenient. Except for these cutscenes, I don't think you can skip these actually. Nice visual. Definitely just noise. Like, these settings are just noise. They look nice, but I'm like, what in the world? These are just shapes that serve no purpose besides looking cool in a video game.
We've come to this.
I can just button mash through his dialogue and make him shut up. Whoa. That's oddly terrifying.
Here I go.
Are you in a hurry, video game?
On my way.
Anyway.
Let's go.
If I use demotivation, it'll counter, right? Yeah, even debuffs counter people, unfortunately. Raise all ally stats. I should do a full party. Yeah, I should enter attack range, but then instead of attacking, I should start things off by using, raise Vit, no, not that one. Full party one. All allies get strength, Vit, and Psi for 3 turns. Do I have any special effect attacks or just the strong ones? Stealth steps a behind attack that he can still counter. They can counter everything, really. It'd be very nice to use something that he can't counter. A chance to seal. Bring it on. 2,000 damage. It's technically a start. Ooh. That's closer to 3,000. Whoa. I'm sorry, what? So a little bit of a change of equipment and level, and look at how massive that changes. That was chip damage just now. That was nothing. I'm not even... Oh my god.
Don't worry, I'll manage.
It took 20 minutes to make that change happen. That's all it took. That's bizarre. Alright, well now I'm doing the back attack. Couldn't reach it the first time.
This may sting.
Wow. So getting that, I think the trick here is that, oh yeah, that's gonna suck. He still uses magic attacks.
Disappear.
So I think the thing is that I'm using Shock Absorber, so it massively reduces melee attack damage, which is what his counterattacks are. Obviously, he's still going to do tons of damage with his Psi abilities each turn, but everything else, not so much. Let's see. Chance to lower Vit. Yeah, the analysis stuff. Kind of want to combo stuff like that, but it's just that guy's abilities just haven't really managed. That guy's abilities just haven't really been as relevant. We didn't develop George enough to know how to really have him have a proper build, really. I guess just the crit chance one's the one to go with. I don't want to stand up that close together, though. It's fine. Chance to instantly kill, if only that actually worked. That'd be insane. I might kill him this turn with all the assists that I'm stringing together. Okay. Yeah, that's the real difference. Sho doesn't have Shock Absorber. He's the only person in the party. And you can see the difference immediately. Really, I think just coil shot? Yeah. I don't have any massive surprise cool things to throw around. But this hurts.
Too slow.
The kind of irony is oh.
I doubt.
Oh, I'm really in a spot
He's
now.
getting ready to multiply soon, but we're not ready yet.
I'm a little tired.
Oh, I'm really in a
But
spot now.
the funny thing is about this combat system is that it's built for the idea of group combat. When you're fighting just one boss dude, you just beat on him a lot, and that's all that's really involved. It's actually not very interesting. I can see why they made his special ability for Phase 2 be to summon a bunch of copies of himself. Because otherwise, what would he do? Besides just nuke you, I guess, and that'd be really boring. He's down to 5k already. Everyone's in assist range, and a lot of those assists are behind him, so this shouldn't be very hard. This weapon sucks so bad. Poor hero. There we go.
Did we get him?
You must be so very pleased with yourselves. Look at you. The heroes who saved the world. Savor that sweet taste of victory. You've won a future full of hope. But I warn you not to forget. In the wake of that hope, there are many lives in despair as they draw their last breath.
What do you mean by that?
You are heroes. You have saved many lives today. But so too have you doomed countless others.
So I'm guessing that because there are two Earths, Earth and other Earth, two different potential realities, and whatever we do here determines which one lives. And all of the traitors are probably from the other Earth, and that's why they're fighting to save the world, but they're fighting to save the other world, and it's not the one that we're from.
Doomed? What are you talking about?
Enjoy this victory, and may your ugly lives be forever cursed by the souls of those you erased.
We won. Haven't we?
That didn't sound like he was being a sore loser, but there's no way of knowing what he meant.
The End really was a mysterious person till the very end, wasn't he?
His parting words were a bit weightier than expected. We mustn't dwell on them. And yet...
Isn't this fine? We did save the world after all. Didn't we?
The End's parting words concern me a little. Still, it doesn't change the fact that we won. Let's head home, everyone. The world we saved is waiting for us. We were victorious against the End. We prevented the nuclear warheads from being launched, and save the world from destruction. The world was at peace once more. Supposedly. But for some reason, the End's last words still weighed heavily on my mind.
You are heroes, and you have saved many lives today. But so too have you doomed countless others.
I didn't understand the truth behind those words, and I had no way to find out. I fear we may never know if, in the wake of our victory, countless lives really were lost. What was that sensation? We didn't know, and we never would know, about those who were sacrificed at the cost of this victory, nor the weight of the sin we had to carry because of it.
Goodbye, music. Goodbye. And that was Lost Dimension. Heaven Psychus with the materia venture into a mysterious tower to stop the end and ancient of the apocalypse. That was hard to read when it was that small. So, I guess you win with the power of friendship, because if you want to get the true goodest, bestest ending ever, you need to maximize friendship with every single character and do all of their loyalty missions. Basically, you have to we had a little maximum bond badge on a bunch of different characters, and you have to get them on every character. So I guess when you enter New Game Plus, you maintain your current relationship with everybody. So it should be relatively easy to max out the friendships, so long as they don't fuck me. Because unfortunately, RNG is a thing. So the first time I played it, George was the bad guy first. That's always true, apparently. But when you play New Game Plus, the bad guy is the traitor is randomly selected even for Chapter 1. So I think that means that the vision system exists in Chapter 1 instead of just being not there for the whole first chapter. The problem is that you don't get the loyalty missions until like later in the game, like Chapter 3 and 4. Really just Chapter 4. I think Amana's the only one that had it in Chapter 3, I think. And then once you you need to do loyalty missions for the characters who died last time, so I need to do them for Himeno, Marco, and George, because I already did them for Zenji and Agito, even though they died, and I did one for Nagi, even though they're the traitor. God damn it, my favorite character was the traitor. Go figure. I kind of love that. I already knew I wasn't going to get the true good ending anyway, because you can't in your first playthrough. So I kind of loved the idea that my favorite character was the final traitor and turned against us right before the final boss fight. That's kind of awesome. It's kind of like what happens in... I think something similar happens in a Dragon Age game at some point, but if you do certain things, I think. I thought that was a cool thing. But obviously, obviously I don't want her to be the traitor, but she was. But yeah, basically, while you're working up to try to do the loyalty missions for people like George and Marco, they could just be the traitor for that floor again, which means that you have the choice to either kill them or not kill them, and it basically becomes an unwinnable state, because you have to not kill them so that you can do their loyalty mission later in the game, because they won't betray you until the end. I think. I don't know that for sure, but based on what I saw from playing it, I assume that the ending is where they betray you. So you have to let them stay alive to do their loyalty mission, but then you'll have a traitor in your group, and if you have any traitors in your group, you also don't get the good ending, because in the good ending you need to have no traitors. I'm pretty sure you have to have no traitors in your group and also have max bond with every character, which means that the second part playthrough, if one of those people is a traitor again at the beginning of the game, you then have to do another intentionally failed playthrough where you max out the bond with everybody but still get the bad ending because you don't defeat the traitors. Then do a third playthrough where you finally can beat the game and get the good ending, which you would get because you have a max bond with everybody, so they can't take that from you, finally. We'll see. We'll see is my answer on the issue of whether or not I'll make videos for the New Game Plus and final ending. I do not want to do a second playthrough in its entirety as a video series. That's just that like doubles the length of the playthrough practically, and I just think that's not a good idea. diminishing returns and all that. I think people would rather have me see me play a new game by and large than play the same game twice, because it's the same levels, just slightly different conversations and stuff. But if I find the time in my free time, I may be able to grind through it again. Yep, there it is. The chains of fate will be severed. So I have all of those characters maxed out, but I need to do Marco, George, and Himeno. When all the bonds of camaraderie are gathered from your comrades. So if I can make those 3 characters like me, basically, and not have them get killed at the beginning, then I can still make the good ending happen. So either this is the finale and we're done forever, or there will be some kind of New Game Plus epilogue video where I show the true ending sometime in the future. I'll probably show the gold bond conversations with those 3 characters and their side missions if I find the time to get through them, and then the true ending. So it'd probably be a few episodes, but we'll see. It could happen tomorrow if I found the time to do it already, or it could happen weeks or months from now, or never. It's hard to promise that kind of off-camera time. It's why Undertale Abridged died for that reason, because I'm like, ah, fuck, I don't have time to try to edit out all the repeated content just to get to the new stuff. But yeah, this was Lost Dimension. I think it's a cool game. The story is iffy, and the combat has obvious issues with the line of sight mechanics in particular, and just lack of clarity in some of the descriptions. It also lacks production value in some iffy ways. I don't really care about the visuals. The visuals are fine, but the music being like one song on loop for the entire playthrough for the enemies and one song on loop for the playthrough for your allies, I think it was just looping basically. That was a lot of hearing the same music, and it felt like it was the same music at least. And what was it? The 2 interesting parts of the game, I think, are three main things. One is the traitor system is obviously the core thing that attracts people to this game, and it's neat, and I like how a lot of it's implemented. I think that the fact that it doesn't even happen for the first and last chapters of the game in your first playthrough is weird, because that means for 2/5 of the game the traitor system isn't there, which is weird when it's like the central mechanic. And as far as combat goes, the assist mechanic is interesting. The idea that you can essentially get one guy to attack like 6 times a turn practically, if they're just standing within assist range, is like that makes you think about combat differently, both for yourself and your enemies. And same thing goes for the defer system. And I also like the berserk system. I got a kick out of just this weird controlled rolling of the dice, this weird barely held together chaos of like intentionally making your characters go crazy because they become this wrecking ball that could massively benefit you or greatly hurt you, is like a fun thing to play around with that helps set it apart from other games like this. I greatly prefer this game to Valkyria Chronicles. I think it is largely the superior game over Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles' story makes more sense, because this game barely makes any sense and is pretty thinly written in general, but I had significantly more fun playing this than Valkyria Chronicles, and would rather see this game have sequels than there be so many Valkyria Chronicles games. But oh well. Goodbye for now. See you guys next time.
So the time has finally come. As I expected, deceiving everyone wasn't a task meant for me. You guys made the right call. The one in the wrong is me. Nevertheless, I do not regret my actions, because they were chosen with my own righteousness in mind. I may die as a villain in all of your eyes, but this is the life I chose.
I can't believe it's over. What a bitch. I see that. The good riddance in your ugly-ass grins. Well, you're not as dumb as you all look, because I am your enemy. But so much for the fun and games. Go be a bunch of do-gooders and save the damn world. Keep doing the right thing. You don't know what's going on in the dark. Bunch of boring losers.
No way. Me? Why does it have to be me? You can't be serious about this. Guys, it's not like I was gonna interfere with your plans. And still, you just erased me. Just like that. So ruthless. Yeah, it's true. I'm your guys' enemy, but I didn't ever plan on harming any of you, I swear. And this is how it ends. Well, I don't care anymore. Screw all this. Whatever you're trying to protect, to hell with it. And to hell with my plans, too. Everything needs to just crumble and die and disappear for good.
How am I supposed to find time to play this game 3 times? It's just not worth it.